How are stock sales approved in corporations? We're going to dig into that in today's video. Now, the process for an LLC is probably going to be significantly different because you're going to have a whole different legal framework to work in based on the statute that authorizes LLCs versus corporations, and you're going to have different documentation. So this is going to apply to corporations. If you want to see this for LLCs, let me know in the comments. I always tell people keep your comments general in nature. Don't put anything there confidential. So if you don't want other people seeing your comments, don't put it on public social media forums. But let's dig into a corporation that may want to issue stock. Now, the number one guiding principle in general for corporate law is the corporation statute. And that needs to be the statute of the state that you're formed in general. So you need to figure out where you formed that corporation originally, whether that be Delaware, Wyoming, Nevada, or maybe the state you're operating in the case of many businesses. The internal affairs, the affairs within the company, are generally governed by that statute. So your state corporate statute is very important in this process. You're going to need to look at that. That is generally going to leave the decision with the board of directors. But your analysis is not over there. You also need to look at your articles of incorporation. What terms do they have around stock issuance? Also your bylaws. Now, if you remember from prior videos here, we've talked about this hierarchy. Of course, you have your state statute, which lays a general framework, your articles of incorporation or certificate of formation, different terms in different states for a similar document, and then your bylaws are the lower level documents. Now, those three should work in harmony, but in general, the higher level document or higher level authority is going to control in the event of a conflict. Even after we make it all the way down to the bylaws, which generally talk about how we have meetings and how we do board authorizations, we still have to look at other contracts and agreements, shareholder agreements, possibly contracts with other stockholders. So we need to do a comprehensive analysis here of what the universe of documents are that have an influence on a stock issuance and understand what the boundaries are and what has been set up. Now, in general, the decision to issue additional stock and the terms of that issuance are going to go back to the board of directors. That board of directors is going to have the ultimate say. Do we issue the stock? Do we not issue the stock? What does that look like? And they're going to be working within their fiduciary duty. If you remember from other videos, we've talked about the concept of having a fiduciary duty, a duty of treating the assets essentially as being for the benefit of the owners of the corporation, not for the benefit of the individual directors, and doing what's right for the collective. So that's the general nature of it. The board is ultimately going to decide. They're going to be the ones that look at the terms. They're going to be the ones that say yes or no on a stock offering. But how that happens is generally going to be governed by state law, bylaws, other documents. Now, obviously, you need to look at your specific situation, your specific state, and governing law. Make sure you have it right. Look at your particular documents. That's where having a good attorney on your team comes into play. So refer to them, talk to them about what you're doing, and coordinate and build a plan. If you have general questions about business and business law, ideas for future videos, go ahead and drop them below. But remember, videos like this are not confidential, and the comments to them are not confidential. Other people may see your comments. So don't put anything there you don't want other people seeing. And I hope you subscribe to the channel and go check out our library of past videos. Thanks for tuning in today, folks.